Hi families, this video is about our Bullet Point Bulletin and also reinforces some general communication patterns that you can expect to have and be involved in at Discovery. So our Bullet Point Bulletin is sent out, it is linked in the Sunday newsletter each week, and it is filled out by your students or teachers. There's also one for specials. You can think of it as like a newsletter that comes home in like a student's take-home folder that has a little snapshot of what they're doing in all of their classes. So one thing I want to make sure to show us over here is that when you load the Bullet Point Bulletin, it is going to be pretty small. And if you are viewing this on a desktop, your screen will look like mine. You can go over here to the magnifying glass, use the drop-down arrow, and increase the size. So it automatically fits it to the screen, but I want to view this at 100%, so it's a little bit bigger. Of course, you can adjust it more so or less so based on your needs. So I want to go back here again. Something we really want to draw our family's attention to with the Bullet Point Bulletin is that even though I describe it as a newsletter, it's also a way for you to view your students' work. So I'm viewing the 6th grade Bullet Point Bulletin from 2021, and you can see that the science and social studies sections, they have these links here that say check your students' feedback and grades. So you do need to know what core class your student is in, but when you click on this link, it'll take you directly to your specific student's work. So this means that you will click on the link and it'll take you to your own student's assignment where you can see their work, their teacher's feedback, any comments that your student left the teacher. You can see any rubrics that are attached to the assignment, their overall grade. This will be really, really helpful for you in staying up to date about how your kiddo is doing. So just make sure you ask them for their schedule, you know which core they have which of their classes. That way you can use these links successfully to navigate around. So in addition to the Bullet Point Bulletin, again, this is linked in the Sunday newsletter that Ms. Shelody sends you Remind. We do use Remind and email. So I'm going to switch tabs over here now. If you are not signed up for Remind, please join it. This video that I'm filming right now is for the 2022-2023 school year. So please keep in mind that these codes will change each year, but you can go to our Parent Live Binder in order to get the new code. But this year, you will access it by going to remind.com/join/DCS2223, or you can text at DCS2022-23 to the number 81010. What we really like about Remind is that it allows our families to either receive these notifications as emails or as text messages on their phone. If you have the mobile app, then you can get them as app notifications as well. So it really depends on how you would like to stay organized. One word of caution, though, we do like to give about Remind is that it makes it really easy for our families, but it's not the best platform to have back and forth communication with our teachers because Remind messages, you can kind of think them like texts. It's really hard for our teachers to, mark one unread if they open it up and don't have time to reply at the moment. They can't really engage with it as efficiently as they can in Gmail. So if you have like questions for your student's advisor teacher, please consider sending them an email instead of Remind, just because it makes it a little bit easier for them to stay organized.